She's dead. Wrapped in plastic.
Welcome to the Twin Peaks podcast.
Damn good coffee. And hot. Would everyone please take a seat?
Welcome everyone to episode 5 of the Twin Peaks podcast. Kyle, stop laughing at me. My name's Matt.
I'm Melanie.
I'm Brad.
I'm Caitlin.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
I'll have to do. My brother's here, by the way. Yeah. We'll see how talkative he is. Go ahead with the episode description.
Season 1, Episode 5, The One-Armed Man. Agent Cooper and Sheriff Truman track one-armed man and strange new evidence in Laura Palmer's murder.
I like the voice.
You got a good announcer voice, Brad.
That's what I do.
Couple new things, I guess. David Lynch has been releasing a bunch of Twin Peaks music that was previously unreleased on his website. If anyone's interested, there's probably going to be some playing in the background of this episode. I downloaded it all. What do you guys think of the music now that you've gotten, 5 episodes in? You guys were kind of thrown off at first, huh?
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's still every once in a while it takes me back. It's a little strange, but I enjoy.
I think I'm fully immersed now. I don't really even notice.
Okay. That's good. Kyle has a weird obsession with the Twin Peaks theme. He never lets me skip it. Why is that?
Because it's amazing.
It's
not just the theme, it's the opening sequence in general, plus the theme.
Oh, you like that waterfall.
I like everything. It's like a ritual. We have to watch that every time.
But it never changes.
And it shouldn't.
And Mel's been reading the diary of Laura Palmer. She got it from the library. What do you think of that?
It's a spoilerific. Don't read it until you're done the show. It's quite interesting read. You get to learn a lot about her character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say any more than that.
Who wrote it?
Jennifer Lynch wrote it. David Lynch's daughter.
That's weird.
And so how are you guys doing so far 5 weeks into this with staying away from spoilers? Is it still tough? Have you get spoiled on anything yet?
Not yet, somehow.
It's pretty easy to stay away from spoilers, I think.
No, you sound like a robot.
Yeah, it's Robo.
Oh no.
Oh no, you're better.
No.
You're better now.
Luckily, there's not too much talk of the 1990s TV shows.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not like watching Dexter or something.
Yeah.
That was bad, because I've been spoiled on Facebook and stuff for Dexter.
Oh, really? All right. So what did you guys think of this episode, just in general, of an overview?
I thought it was pretty good, but it doesn't seem quite as exciting as a few of the other episodes, but I liked it in the way that it seemed to move along with the plot of things and investigating Laura's murder.
I feel like we got a lot of setup in this episode. I feel like that red light at the end of the last episode was like, all right, guys, the fun's over. We gotta do some setup and develop some of the B stories and whatnot. But I think I think there's good things in the future. So
right.
It did its job.
Okay, so let's go into our specific notes.
I'm gonna mention that the opening shot was of the living room at the Palmer's house. And it looks like they replaced the picture of Laura. I don't know if you guys remember when Leland broke the picture. So there was a new one.
Is it a different picture or a different frame?
I don't know. But they replaced it.
Is it still the grad photo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe they shot it out of order and they didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or they had spare ones lying around, I guess.
Or what is Donna doing there?
Yeah.
Support.
Yeah, support.
She's a fly in the wall. No one sees her.
She feels the need to be kept abreast of everything. I've developed some suspicions about her this episode, so...
What kind? Care to elaborate?
Well, I'm sure we'll get into more of the points as we talk about what happened in this episode, but I'm I'll tell you now that she's my number one suspect
Really?
for Laura's
Oh,
murder.
snap.
Yeah.
Crazy, jealous best friend, huh?
Yes.
I noticed that Andy is a sketch artist.
Yeah. There's one thing he can do.
Yeah.
Sketch. Not much else.
The only thing.
He's an idiot savant. Actually, in the pilot, they did that same sketch, and Hawk was the one who drew it originally. In the series, they changed it to Angie.
Angela.
I think Hawk.
They didn't want him to be totally incompetent.
Yeah, you gotta give him something. Sarah Palmer has crazy visions, and Leland is just making fun of her.
He's just... I mean, I get making fun of her for having crazy visions. I'm down with that. But this guy can't really make fun of anyone. He goes to pieces at swing music.
Yeah.
I think he's probably just not in control of his emotions at all, and that's why he sort of lashed out. His tragedy affects him
Yeah.
quite a lot.
Invitation to Love, it looks like they hired porn actresses.
What?
To me, it looks like she's like straight out of a porno. or
She
something.
reminded me of the girl that played Julie on Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, if
I don't know
you've
if you guys have ever seen that, but
Here are my thoughts on Invitation to Love right now. Clearly, Emerald is up to no good. And Chet has no idea what he's getting himself into. And I could feel bad for him, but he's wearing a bow tie.
it's true.
It's unforgivable.
No respect for the bow tie. None whatsoever.
No.
Chet reminds me of Buster from Arrested Development.
True.
Yeah. I like Donna's reaction when she was hearing about... She found the news about something, and she just, like, turns completely sideways and looks away from everybody.
I expected her to like bite down on her finger, all dramatically.
She does that.
Yeah, when what was that for when Sarah Palmer talked about the necklace vision?
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
It's a really useless vision to have.
I have written here Lucy and Andy are fighting.
Yeah, what's
do we
that
care?
all about?
Do we care?
No.
I care.
I care deeply about their relationship.
Why do you think she's mad at him? Wild guess.
Because he's Andy.
That's
He's the worst.
She's not much better though.
yeah. Imagine if they had a kid, how dumb it would be
Oh, God.
between them. They're both kind of spacey.
Yeah, I think Harry has a lot of patience with her, honestly.
I don't think they could figure out how to have a kid.
So this is when Cooper's interrogating Dr. Crazy Pants, right? What's happening?
You mean with the balls in the mouth?
Yes. I just want to know, like, what was happening 15 seconds before that shot?
Yeah. What made him do that?
Was that supposed
Oh,
to be like a double entendre? Or...
Yes. What's with the balls in the mouth?
Well, he thinks that everything is of a sexual nature, so... who
Oh,
knows?
yeah.
Oh, yes!
Oh no.
Good one.
Even magic tricks.
Does that mean he was hitting on Harry?
Cooper, you
Cooper?
mean?
Oh yeah, Cooper.
Oh no.
and he is wearing a bow tie. Yet again. That's two. That's two in like 5 minutes.
I'm guessing that bow ties are of a suspicious nature.
Yeah.
You should
Of course
suspect
they are.
anyone wearing a bow tie.
Wasn't he wearing a fish tie in another episode?
Probably.
Yes.
Dead
Yeah.
fish, yeah.
He was wearing a hula tie in one episode, and he was touching the hula girl under the skirt
Yeah.
when he was talking creepily about Laura.
Yeah. Did you guys notice though that Jacoby is similar to Cooper? That he likes Hawaii just like Cooper likes Tibet? He was talking about Hawaii like it was the best thing ever.
Maybe.
Cooper hadn't been to Tibet, had he?
I don't think so.
No.
It came to him in a dream. He was there in a dream.
He has no idea about anything about Tibet.
He's completely off.
Right. Didn't Jacoby just repeat himself from the funeral? I mean, it's like his last thing before he leaves. I felt like he said the exact same lines.
I don't
What did
remember.
he say?
I don't know. I didn't catch it. I didn't write it down. But it's basically like the whole talking about Laura had secrets.
Yeah.
That line. Yeah, I want to go back and check it out. But I feel like he said the exact same line again.
Laura had secrets.
Secrets inside of secrets, and that I could only desperately spend the rest of my life trying to unravel or something.
No,
or
he
other.
said penetrate.
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
He considers himself an abject failure for failing to penetrate Laura's whatever secrets.
Secret parents.
Oh no.
Oh man.
It's hard not to go into like innuendo when you're talking about Jacoby.
I think I'm gonna start calling that region Secrets.
What?
That special region. Secrets. Seems like everybody in this episode is becoming an amateur detective. Is it just me or Jacoby and Audrey and Donna?
Josie.
Josie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, Laura had 3 men in one night. Who revealed that?
Cooper.
Cooper revealed that. 3 men in
he
one
asked
night.
him if Jacoby was one of them.
That's because she was working the perfume counter. And she has bird bites.
Yes.
Kinky.
Yeah, Gordon Cole called that in. Gordon Cole is here he's voiced by David Lynch. Did you guys know that? Or
I don't know.
they needed somebody just to be the voice of Gordon Cole, so he did it.
A little bit of trivia for you.
I'm supposed to break
Jacoby... No, this is like totally not trivia.
Oh.
It's my own form of trivia.
Okay.
Okay, I happen to watch Twin Peaks with the French subtitles on.
Oh, really?
And where Jacoby was leaving and he said like, hang loose, Hollies.
Yeah.
The French subtitles say, cool, Raoul.
Raoul.
Cool Raoul.
Oh, cool, Raoul.
Nice.
Jeez. What's hang loose hollies mean?
Yeah, I tried to Google it and I couldn't find anything.
Wow.
Interesting tidbit, though. I do enjoy the random translations of movies and things. Whenever I see a movie in French, it's kind of hilarious. It never makes any sense.
What was the name of Home Alone 2?
Mom, I missed the plane.
Mom, I missed the...
Now I'm lost in New York. Yeah, it was like this super long title.
Mom, I missed the plane. I'm lost in New York again.
It's pretty much the synopsis right in the title.
So yeah, okay, Josie's investigating Ben and Catherine. They're having more, as Brad put it, unsexy sex time.
It seems like they're planning on burning the mill.
But why?
But what if for?
Because they wanted to say that Josie had done it. It was arson, that she was claiming insurance a fraud. So I think that's what it was.
This seems like a really awful plan. Like, just in the fact that they know that she's seeing the chief of police. I mean, and he's already aware that there's some conspiracy going on.
It does seem like a bad plan, doesn't it? Maybe they should think this through again.
They're too drunk on love and sex. And champagne. And cheap champagne.
And Elvis toys.
Yes, why did he bring little Elvis in a bath? Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, that was
weird.
really weird.
Yeah, I don't even know what that little Elvis is.
Well, if he didn't actually have a little Elvis figure, I would say, oh, pretty obvious what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But he had a little Elvis figure.
No,
Right.
it's not obvious. What was he talking about?
Oh, and this
Secrets.
Yeah, secret.
Maybe he sucks on it like Hank sucks on those dominoes. Anyways, that's later.
At the beginning of that scene, when Catherine is speaking, it kind of sounds like she has dentures, because my grandparents, that's what they sounded like with their dentures. There's sort of a lisping sound there.
Her teeth are a little too perfect.
Google it.
Does this actress have dentures? What's her name again? Piper Laurie?
Yeah.
Her name's Gummy Joe.
Gummy.
Andy's incompetent with a gun.
Is he?
Of course he is.
Okay.
Did you see Cooper spin around in a 360?
Mm-hmm, yes.
He's like,
Yes.
jeez! Spins right around.
He looked really angry,
Yeah.
which you don't see out of Cooper very often.
No.
The one thing about this, though, is they're about to go into this hotel room. They've knocked. There's been a gunshot, and this guy's still not. He's
still,
like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, he's still looking through his wardrobe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cavernous in there.
This is gonna be like the sketchiest hotel ever, then.
So what'd you think of the one-armed man in his bath towel?
I thought it was great.
David Lynch, he's not shy about showing deformities and stuff like that. He's kind of interested in that sort of thing, I think, actually. But
He did direct the Elephant Man movie.
I don't think he directed this episode, but maybe he had some sort of input. Maybe he told them he wanted a shot of the one-armed man without his shirt on at some point. Make sure you get that. It's very important.
Get that for me.
For my collection.
For my secrets.
Mel, you never should have said that.
It was the best thing I've ever said.
This will be the recurring joke of this episode. There's always one.
Was Catherine really surprised when she found the poker chip?
Read her face. What did it look like? Did she look surprised?
I think she looked a little bit surprised. Like, this is a new development. She didn't know about it, but not, like, shocked surprise.
She looked disappointed.
Well, what do you expect? He's already cheating on his wife.
Sometimes I forget his wife exists.
Yeah. No.
What'd you think of all the stuff with the one-armed man, them interrogating him and stuff?
I feel bad for the poor guy. I mean, first of all, he's a traveling shoe salesman. That's awful.
Did you guys find it ironic that he travels with a suitcase full of shoes that are only for the right foot, and he's got one arm? No, I know it's not really ironic, but it kind of is.
It's something.
It's something. I don't know.
He's looking for his match out there. Somebody with one foot.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the mom tattoos? Nobody gets them anymore.
I don't know.
Did anyone ever get mom tattoos, or was that just like in cartoons?
No, I think they used to do it.
I'm bringing it back.
Going back a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Like, Josie and Catherine, they're always at each other, like, on to the next step, you know, trying to find something about each other. They're never far behind each other, so it's pretty
But the
impressive.
thing is, though they do play a good game of cat and mouse, I feel like it's the least interesting thing in the world watching them do it.
It's true.
I'm sure this is one of the things that got cut out in the Twin Peaks fan edit.
Definitely. The thing is, it's like, Catherine has no character at all. She's really just a plot.
Yeah, in the end, it's Mr. Horn who carries out the deed and moves things forward.
Yeah. Maybe that'll change.
Could be.
So, at Twin Peaks High School, on the wall, they have that little painted motif, the two peaks.
Well, yeah, you're probably right, but to me it looked like a heartbeat, pulse rate going along the wall.
Could be either. Could be both.
I don't remember what it looks like.
Maybe they have some motto. Yeah.
Okay, I've been actually staring at this note for a few minutes trying to figure out what the hell it means, and now it clicks. All right. So Audrey walks in and Donna's like, maybe you should join the circus. Hey, Donna, if anyone's joining the circus, it's you, dear.
Why?
Because she's so awful. Like, all she's doing is obfuscating a criminal investigation.
Yeah.
That's it. Audrey rolls in and is like, hey, let's solve a caper together. Let's keep the secrets to ourselves, whatever we find out.
Yeah, Donna acts all innocent and sweet to everyone, but I think in this scene we see her true colors when she like snaps at Audrey and is really rude to her, pretty much.
They're like one of those teen detective books.
Drew.
Nancy Drew.
I think
Yeah.
Nancy Drew was like
Hardy Boys.
more pure-hearted though.
Scooby.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
I would say if they were a cop movie, then Donna would be the rough, grizzled old cop that doesn't want to change, and Audrey's like the new rookie on the force, shaking things up.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hank Jennings has more 90s hair.
What do you got against Hank's hair?
I have everything against 90s hair. Everyone should not have that little frill of hair in the back down their neck.
Cooper doesn't. Bobby doesn't. James doesn't.
Well, Harry and Hank and Josie do.
Ed.
And Ed, you're right.
Yep.
You can at least take comfort in the thought that they don't have rat tails.
They could easily make one.
They don't have whatever Leo has.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't even know what to call that.
But he's like a slight discoloration, or I don't know, blonde hair at the back of his head. I think of him as a skunk head. I'm starting to develop nicknames for everybody, like, okay, skunk head Leo, crazy eyes Bobby.
What do you guys
Where are we
think,
at?
Hank Jennings, parole hearing?
Yeah, why is Norma helping him at all?
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
It is a mystery. It'd be a lot easier to believe his heartfelt pleas of "I've changed" if there wasn't that ominous music going on in the background.
Right.
I don't think they want us to believe it.
Obviously not.
Who's this vagrant he killed on the side of the road? It was an accident. There was a vagrant on the side of the road. It was fake.
Yeah.
That nobody knew. I love how he underlined that to like.
It's not like
Yeah, it's not like anybody cared about him.
this one should just get thrown out. It's not like it counts.
He wasn't a real human. He was poor.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in Hank and Norma. Veterinarian's office.
Can I mention that the name of the the name of the veterinary clinic was called Lydecker Veterinary Clinic, Aid to the Beast Incarnate.
Nice.
It's like kind of satanic or something.
Kinda is.
Shifty.
Anyways, that's all I had to say about that. Plus llama.
Yeah. Everybody notices the llama, but did they notice the giant fire hydrant behind the llama?
No. There's a fire hydrant in the building? What?
Well, yeah, well, it's probably just like a prop for the giant dogs that go in there, but...
Everybody on the Facebook group was mentioning that llama scene. It completely slipped my mind, but I guess they were trying to get it to stop and look at Cooper before it left, but the snort it did was like a extra thing that just happened.
Nice.
So it looked at him and snorted in his face and then walked off, and you can kind of see Harry trying not to laugh a little bit.
Bobby and Shelley,
Bobby and Shelley.
they live on the edge.
Yep.
They do.
Yeah, Bobby, while he's with Shelley, is getting so mad at James for seeing Laura behind his back. Well, look who he's with.
Yeah, I wrote that, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
plotting revenge on James for his old girlfriend in front of his new girlfriend.
She's nothing but sympathetic.
Again, Bobby gets a lot done in a day. He can't do one thing at a time. He's got to plot revenge while he's with the new girlfriend. Guns are not for foreplay.
No. Yeah, she brings out the gun. Well, first she brings out the shirt, and Bobby plans to use it somehow. This is our magic ticket. And then she brings out the gun, and he's like, "Do you know how to use that?" And she immediately points it at herself
While saying,
while saying no. Yeah. Obviously, I don't. Look at me.
Which end is which? It's why people shouldn't have guns.
Yeah.
she probably knows more than Andy, though.
Yes. Speaking of Andy, time to teach Andy how to use a gun. All the boys are bonding over guns and complaining about women.
Ugh, I hate this scene so much.
Oh, why? Why is that?
It's just like a one-upsmanship of who can be the worst human in the room.
What?
Because we start off, we've got Harry, being Harry, just confused by the world.
You mean
whatever.
Andy?
No, I'm talking about Harry, just
Oh,
muddling through life, never really showing any interest in anything, getting by. And then we have Andy, who is the worst, and doesn't understand why she's mad at him, which he should, because he's Andy, and really it could be anything.
Yeah.
He should just apologize for everything.
Sorry I woke up this morning.
I'm sorry I'm me. And then from there, Cooper turns into a crazy sexist asshole.
Yeah, I know. He's like, women don't use logic. They're strange creatures that shouldn't even try to understand.
They're not human. They like that guy the guy ran over a few years ago. You remember that? Oh, and then we top it all up, and Hawk does the worst poetry ever.
Stereotypical poetry.
Yeah, he writes racist poems for himself.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, the worst.
I kind of enjoyed Andy's face while he was shooting his gun, though.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Ah! Cooper and Harry were unblinking and steady when they fired their guns. Those prop guns had no kickback at all.
Yeah, wasn't that a Magnum Cooper was using?
Well, no, it was a revolver of some kind, but I don't think it was a Magnum. But
He's a specially modified gun as well.
yes, standard issue, but he specially modified it.
Ugh.
I never realized how bland Harry was until you mentioned it, Brad. He really
He's
is
the
bland.
worst.
He just,
Yeah.
he just does his job.
Yeah, he's very, just there.
He just does his job, and he's amazed by Cooper's magic tricks.
Oh.
Emotionless and unquestioning of anything.
Magic tricks like 4 through the eyes, 1 through each nostril.
Yeah, that was my quote.
Oh, was it? Sorry.
I
What
reserve the right to say that again in the
Okay.
episode.
what a mess that would make in real life.
But they're dead, so...
Yeah.
I wrote down Shelley and Norma, girl time, boy problems.
Yeah.
Girl time.
Girl time, boy problems.
They're gonna be the knockouts of the double R.
Wait until you see
What?
them.
Oh, whatever it takes for you to feel somewhat good about yourselves, I guess. It's not gonna help.
Yeah, she's complaining about Leo. She's like, he was so great at first. He had a flashy car, That's pretty much all she said. He had a flashy car.
Right.
First.
He had a flashy car and yeah.
You guys feel bad for Shelley at all?
Oh.
I lost all respect for her when she made fun of Leland for crying.
Oh, that gained her like 50 points for me.
And then to Bobby, she's like, "Oh, I felt so bad for you at the funeral."
Yeah.
Two-faced.
Like, I mean, can we just... Okay, Leo had a flashy car, but I don't see him being able to cloak his personality at all.
Yeah, until marriage?
There's no hiding that.
No.
Maybe
He's
he
a
also
full-on
didn't grow his
psychopath.
hair out.
Oh, it comes with the hair.
He was just brooding and intense.
So I would like to request some trivia. In the diner, there are some signs that say no to Ghostwood.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what those mean.
Oh, it's the...
You'll find out.
No, you already know.
Oh, then
Well, they kind of mentioned in the pilot, I think.
Ghostwood Estate.
Did they?
Ghostwood Estates is the thing that Ben Horn is trying to start up.
Okay, because that's something I just wouldn't remember, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, they didn't mention it too much.
They will again.
Yeah. But that's why he wants the mill land, so he can sell Ghostwood Estates to those Norwegians. Or, what is it now?
Swedes?
Swedes? I don't
Wasn't
know.
it Swedes at first? No.
No, it was Norwegians at first.
Oh.
He's shopping around all the Nordic countries. So, James spots Doppel-Laura.
Oh, wait. I back up a second here.
Okay.
I love when James calls. He calls Donna. And they're getting ready for the church potluck.
Yeah.
Which, as this podcast goes along, we're going across a list of things that give me full-out panic attacks, including ceramic figures and bow ties.
Yeah.
But a potluck is the worst. How much salmonella can we give to the world?
I think
It's the
you're
grossest thing on earth.
You're just scared of old lady things.
I am. I am. That's because I grew up in a community that was all old people.
You must have had like way too many old aunties or something.
It was like I grew up next to a cotton mill, and it was like 5 blocks of old people and nothing but old people.
Luckily, you had those loaded guns above your head.
Yeah. Waiting to kill me in the night.
No, I was going to say you could fend off from the old people.
Oh, I'm not touching those things. But like and I love the fact that Donna's father's like, get him over here, we need help. I can't make a
Diet lasagna.
a diet lasagna. What's happening? Does he not know how to cook?
So yeah, Doppel-Laura. I forgot to mention that last time when we introduced Maddie, that she's played by the same actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still creepy.
Actually, she's pretty freaking attractive, so...
Explain your fetish.
I like her glasses.
Hey, I have no fetish, but I'm with Kyle on all accounts there.
Kyle's saying all this as he's holding his girlfriend's hand right now.
She has glasses just like those ones.
Kyle, you're just like Bobby. Yeah, Maddie's from Missoula, Montana, which is David Lynch's hometown. Random trivia. James was staring at her very creepily the entire time.
Of course he is.
She's a girl. He automatically likes her.
Ben's talking on the phone and he wants more food brought over on a plane.
Was that because you're disgusted by the amount of food he eats, or
No, it's the traveling food. It's the
salmonella again?
Again, I'm this podcast really, for the listeners, I want to make you aware of things you should be worried about. And I just think traveling food, you're just asking for foodborne illness, people.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, do you work for the FDA?
I just worry about my fellow humans. Is that so wrong?
No.
Except for the bums.
They're not people.
Yeah.
So, when Horn's talking to Audrey, he's like, I can't believe you would do this during a trying time such as this. What's so trying that's happening right now?
He's stressed out about the Ghostwood Estates, I think.
But hasn't that been going on for a while, I assume?
Yeah, but it's all consuming for him, it seems.
I think he meant the Laura thing, but maybe that doesn't really affect them as much.
That's what it seemed. It seemed like it was more about the Laura thing, because then Audrey's talking about how her friend died, and I'm like, this really, I don't know that this is a particularly trying time for you.
It's not your loss.
Right.
Or is it?
Or is it?
But you have to remember too, he is trying to plan to burn down the mill.
Yeah, he's got some
He's got many businesses going on.
major arson planning to do.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, he's all up in some sketchiness. But I think he's just tipping, like, if he can tip his hand that easily to his daughter, who is known for her crazy chicanery and shenanigans. Like, that's a recipe for disaster.
What do you think she's up to?
Just going deep undercover.
I gotta say, asking to be put on the perfume counter is a dangerous idea.
Did you guys notice that Benjamin has a picture of Audrey and Laura sitting on his desk?
I didn't.
Yes, that was weird.
Which one do I love more?
Is it like a picture of them together?
Together, yeah. Yeah.
Roast.
I thought they weren't friends.
Well, they were occasionally in the same location.
Well,
Yes.
Laura did look after Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their parents work together. I mean,
Yeah. Maybe there's something going on there too.
Laura's his daughter.
I like crazy theories.
Oh, I've got a million of them.
Mm.
And before she leaves, she gives her sweaty daddy a big hug.
You would too.
Ah, he was so sweaty, and she just went right in there.
It was just glycerin. Isn't that what they use for sweat
Probably.
in movies?
Yeah.
who thinks that Audrey was eavesdropping as soon as she left the room on what her dad was saying?
Back to the secret passage.
Exactly.
She probably was. I would agree with you.
Back to the sheriff's office. Andy figured out Waldo the Minor Bird.
I found Waldo.
He just accomplished the most astounding thing anyone could ever accomplish.
That's the first time Andy's ever found Waldo. Ever.
I also like how he says the name Jacques Renault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't spend much time in Canada.
I'd probably say Renault too, and I'm from Canada.
What's Bobby doing in Jacques' apartment?
Well, we find out right there, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Dope.
But there's a huge problem with that. In the fact that he's planning evidence, and he's not hiding it. He's planning it pretty well in the open. What makes him think cops are going to be coming by there anytime?
Yeah. Again, you bring up something I never thought of.
Like, maybe he was going to plan it and then call the cops.
Oh, maybe.
But
Yeah, if he didn't...
Wouldn't there be a huge chance that the cops would... Or that Jacques would show up before the cops and find it?
Well, maybe he knew what the red light meant and that he would have to skip town.
Oh, yeah, maybe... Well, no, did he witness the red light?
Well, it was at night. He could have been around. I don't know where he was at that time.
Well, he's very industrious, so he's everywhere and nowhere.
Jacques has a creepy clown picture in his house.
Ooh.
I just thought I'd mention that for Brad.
Nice. I'll go back and find it.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, meeting in the woods. Yeah, that was kind of dumb to sneak up on Leo like that.
Yeah.
Ben Horn.
I do like that Ben called him out on the car, though.
So we find out that Hank recommended Leo to Ben. Any theories on that relationship?
So I feel like if Ben's going to Hank to find someone for this, then I like to imagine that Hank is like some kingpin of crime going on here, and he's your go-to guy, even though he's in prison. He's still got the connections somehow. Because even though he's in prison, he knows how to get a hold of Leo, apparently, which is interesting.
And they killed Bernie. No, we won't get to hear
Aw.
some accent again.
Now Bernie will never get to file his ACLU lawsuit.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that Benjamin Horn does not seem that scared of Leo?
Well, yeah, he snuck up on him.
Yeah, but it doesn't he's not fazed at all by anything that Leo says. He just
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Mm.
Yeah.
You can buy and sell him.
Yeah, I guess so.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say he's the one paying Leo. I don't think Leo would do anything to him.
Yeah, I guess he's a source of income.
Yeah.
He could buy and sell Leo and then sleep with Leo's grandmother.
I
Leo
guess if
probably
he-
killed his grandmother.
Maybe what's her face is his grandmother. What's her name? I forget.
Catherine?
Yes, Catherine.
Ooh.
Back to Josie and Catherine in Pete's house.
Oh wait, don't we have the scene with James in the woods here?
Oh, yeah. I didn't write
Yeah.
anything about that at all.
I love it because I love that they get together to check on the necklace, which again, stupid, but then they get shocked by the owl, and there's that crazy shot where it like zooms out really fast. They're like, oh my god, it's an owl!
Not an owl.
Dun, dun.
Oh no!
They have a couple of shots like that. There was one earlier, right before they were running into the apartment. There was like a shot of Cooper, and then all of a sudden you see them running.
Yeah, like it's a shot of people playing tennis, and then it pans over to Cooper's face.
Yeah.
I think we all know that in reality that owl is actually a robot, and Dr. Jacoby is just using his magic glasses to spy on them through the owl. Because as we mentioned last time, Dr. Jacoby is the head of the evil crime legion of evil in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And he has robot birds, which he used to kill Laura Palmer.
Waldo the Robobird.
Yes. Attack my minions.
So Donna said that Laura also had dreams like her mother.
Oh no, you became a robot again.
Robobird!
They got Caitlin.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Did you understand what I said?
I did understand it, but you're like
You're like a Robobird.
you're like
The internet's are conspiring against us. So Donna said that Laura also had dreams like her mother did. Maybe that gives us insight into why Laura was using cocaine. Either she was trying to drown out her dreams or enhance her dreams.
That's an interesting point.
we're reading about her dreams now in the diary. Or Palmer's diary.
I can't wait to get to that.
They are effed up. Enough said.
Oh.
Did we move on to Josie now, or?
Yes.
Little trivia about Josie. That part was originally going to be played by Isabella Rossellini.
Oh.
Yeah, who's
Nice.
David Lynch's girlfriend at the time. And
Oh.
Josie was going to be short for Giovanna. She's going to be a Italian character. Don't know why that fell through, because I'm pretty sure they were still dating at the time, but...
She didn't want to have the haircut.
This is required for the... It's integral to the character.
She has pretty short hair sometimes, though.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen pictures of her, or yeah.
Yeah.
I love how it's like Pete asking Josie to go to the prom with him.
Yeah, is he asking her out on a date?
Kyle's looking at my DVDs. You're never guest hosting again, Kyle.
I turn around when I need to say things.
Josie seems to be participating in a constant pajama party. She's always wearing loungewear.
Yeah.
Always.
And
Oh,
go
I
ahead.
got one last salmonella watch.
Yes.
She's making the sandwich. That mayonnaise did not come out of her refrigerator.
It didn't.
Was it on the...
It was just there.
Oh. Oh,
She was expecting his arrival. She knew, maybe she heard him, like, the car drive up, so she's like, oh, I'm gonna pull out the mayonnaise now.
Yeah.
fresh out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Pete's gonna die.
He springs for the mayonnaise when Catherine's not there. Is Catherine asleep? Yeah. Oh, give me some mayonnaise then. She doesn't allow Pete to have mayonnaise even though she seemingly hates him. Maybe that's her good mayonnaise and he's not allowed to have any.
No, it's the bad mayonnaise. It's been sitting on the counter.
Exactly. Josie killed her husband and now she's gonna kill Pete.
No!
I actually think that Josie just doesn't want to go on that fishing trip with Pete.
Sure, I'll go. But first, have some of this mayonnaise.
She just can't bring herself to reject him.
No, but the mayonnaise.
So she'll kill him.
Yes.
He will reject the mayonnaise.
Literally.
Rejected bodily. Anything else for those two?
Can I say it?
What?
Let's give it the run of the money.
Yeah. Laura, you did a horrible job. It's weird though, because her English is so like perfect usually, and then they throw in lines for her to misquote. Doesn't seem natural.
Well, it's just kind of a cultural thing. She doesn't really understand them, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's more catchphrases and the like. Gets messed up. Don't hit the reset button on the computer.
I'm going to ruin this podcast. I was just
Take two.
She was poking at the computer's off button with the pencil. You're flirting with disaster.
I get my inspiration from Laura Palmer. Thank you very much.
Alright, so and then she gets a call.
first she opens the letter and then gets the
letter. Then the call.
yeah.
That was well touched.
which is it's almost as if he had an inside man. For example, that was a pretty nice sketch of the domino. Did he outsource to Andy, and then Andy sort of like facilitated everything?
Andy's part of the evil Brotherhood of Evil.
Oh, thwarted.
He's just too dumb to know it.
Was Andy in the secret society?
He must be. I don't think he was in that scene though. Maybe they didn't let him in.
Wow. He definitely got angry and joined the evil Legion of Evil.
I would say so.
What's up with the domino, anyways?
I think that Hank is Josie's crazy stalker, and he killed Andrew, and continues to stalk her even from prison.
Ooh. All right. What's your theory, Brad? Any?
Maybe he killed her. Okay, he killed Josie's husband, but he thinks that Josie wanted him to, when in fact it was Catherine. It's a big setup.
Do you guys have any theories on what the domino significance is?
I got nothing.
Nope.
Me neither. I don't know what it means.
Matt, where do they use dominoes?
At preschool?
Where else do they use dominoes?
I don't. Are you thinking about One-Eyed Jacks?
Yes.
Well, I don't. Is there any games that involve dominoes?
I'm sure there are.
Yes.
It's the big domino game.
All I know is he likes sucking on them.
That's what she said.
You screwed it up. That's what he said. All right. Anything else?
Sucking on a domino is very unhygienic, though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yes. I'm starting to think your way, Brad.
Let's make the world a better place.
That's right.
Sterilize everything.
Did I interrupt you there, Caitlin? Were you going to say something?
No.
Okay.
She's turning into a robot again, anyways.
Oh no! You've uncovered my secret. I've controlled it before, but now just letting it all loose.
All right.
I have a thought.
Okay.
So, now I think we all agree that Madeline is clearly just an evil clone of Laura Palmer, right?
Not her evil twin.
So, no. She's clearly a clone, and Laura Palmer's not actually dead. She's alive under the water. And that body they found wasn't Laura Palmer at all. That was something else entirely. And eventually, Madeline's going to turn into an evil goblin queen.
When's she gonna use her phoenix powers?
Oh, it's as soon as she has to fight off the evil robotic birds.
Oh, nerdy. All right. So if that's the end of our notes, I looked up what Dr. Jacoby's based on. Actual person, I guess. He's based on a person named Terence McKenna.
The worst person.
Probably. Terence McKenna. He was a ethnobotanist and a shamanistic explorer and a researcher, philosopher, speaker, spiritual teacher, and a writer on many subjects.
I want to look him up.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a winner.
The guy was way into Hawaii, just like Jacoby, and they kind of look the same too, if you look up pictures.
With the 3D glasses and everything?
No, they're not 3D, but
Oh.
besides that.
Okay.
All right, you guys got ratings?
I will say 6 out of 10 robotic birds of evil.
So it wasn't the greatest.
It was a lot of setup.
Yeah.
I think it'll pay off, but yeah, it was slow. I felt like it was weirdly constructed, so could have been better.
What about you, Caitlin?
I would give it 8 beast incarnates out of 10.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent in moving stories forward, but it just wasn't as exciting as some of the other episodes.
I was going to say 7 hooting robo-owls, but Brad stole it, so...
Yes.
I'm going to say 7 sweaty hugs out of 10.
Oh no. I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10 spittle-covered dominoes. Spittle-covered dominoes, yes. Do you have a rating, Kyle? Did you do it?
10 out of 10 moldy mayo. Canisters. Biohazard.
Alright, so why are you giving it such a high rating?
Because they're moldy mayo canisters, so it's a bad thing.
Oh, this episode's the worst ever?
No.
What?
Prepare, I just said it.
Okay, rework your 10 to something else. Unless you feel it should have a 10.
6. All right,
Okay.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, this is probably one of the weaker ones in the first season.
It's not bad though.
It's not bad, yeah.
No.
No.
First season overall
It's
is
got a
really
lot of
good.
good things, but
Okay,
are we doing quotes?
Yep, quotes. You want to go first, Tia?
It was already said, but only 4 hits. I put 4 through the eyes and 1 in each nostril.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Lucy, did you hear what happened? I feel so dumb. I dropped my gun and it went off.
A good impression.
Is that saying something good about me or what?
No.
Just kidding.
I've got one here. I told him if he ever did, I'd kill him. Well, did he? No, but he shouldn't have trusted me. Like I said, Bernie wasn't too bright.
That's a good one by Leo. Here's one by Gordon Cole. Coop, don't get excited and hang up on me now, click. And a creepy one. Agent Cooper, the problems of the entire world are of a sexual nature. Ugh. Anyone else got a runners up?
There's the, what did he say? Keep your hands where I can see them to the one-armed man.
Yeah. That's just mean.
They knew he had one arm.
Yeah. Yeah, why'd they look so surprised when he turned around?
He could have just hiding it in his jacket.
You really do have just one arm. I thought you were fake.
Our job here is done.
Oh, I've got one here. Daddy, I saw a friend of mine cut down like a flower that had just begun to bloom. I don't think blooming involves lots of nose candy and having sex with 3 guys.
It's a perverted kind of flower.
It's an awful, awful flower.
It's one of those stink flowers that...
Corpse flower?
Yeah, the corpse flowers.
Laura Palmer was the corpse flower.
I have another quote, and it's not really a great quote, but it's kind of... I'm going to tell you what I wish actually happened when this quote was said.
Okay.
Harry and Cooper are in a Jeep, and Harry says, Cooper. And then there's a pause. I think you'd be afraid to go to sleep at night. And just the way he said Cooper, I was just seriously hoping that he was about to, like, start to tell Cooper off, and he's, like, finally tired of his antics and all his silliness.
You would know that. They're best buddies. Oh, here's one that I wish somebody told me when I was a kid. I've been doing some research. In real life, there's no algebra.
That's true.
All right. Get to feedback, and then we'll close this out. First, mention thanks to Dougpa.com for mentioning us. We got a few. That's a David Lynch site. Dougpa. It's a reference to Twin Peaks, I'm pretty sure, but I'm sketchy on what it means. I can't really remember. We'll come to that, I'm sure. But they're another news site for David Lynch stuff, and they put an article about us.
Dougpas are...
Is it going to be spoilery?
No, they're Tibetan monks.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, maybe I was wrong.
No, Tibet is Twin Peaks related.
I thought it was something else.
Oh.
Okay, so Paul Mackey...
Paul J. Mackey
via Twitter said he promoted us on Jack Mangan's Deadpan, which is another podcast. I gave that a listen. So thanks for that, Paul. And he wrote back about Trudy last week. You guys remember that?
Yep.
Yes.
The person we had no idea who she was.
Paul wrote us back about Trudy, and it's apparently the waitress. I forgot her name.
Which waitress?
The waitress in the Great Northern that gives Cooper his breakfast every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think that was the wife of one of his teachers from school. All right. You want to go ahead with yours, Caitlin? The one I sent you?
Sure. Chris Vaughn on Facebook said, what do you guys think of Gerard? Do you find the llama incident funny? Is Hank really good or evil? Has he changed? Well, starting with Gerard. What do you think, Brad?
Who's Gerard?
He's the one-armed man.
Oh, okay.
His middle name is Mike.
All right.
He's just a poor innocent guy caught in the middle of things.
What was he doing in Cooper's dream?
Ask Cooper.
What was Tibet doing in Cooper's dream?
Hey, llamas are from Tibet.
Llamas are from Tibet. And
It's all coming together.
Whoa.
that llama's name, I don't know if it said it this episode, but it's not really spoilery. That llama's name is Dolly.
Aww.
Wow. Dalai Lama. Tibet. All right. Is Hank good or evil? Has he changed?
He is evil.
Yeah, like I said,
He's super evil.
It's
He's got a domino.
he's got a domino.
The domino of evil.
It would be confirmed if he was wearing a bow tie too, but
Like, he might as well just
They
be
don't-
flipping a coin.
yeah. Which one did I send you, Brad? Do you want to do that one?
I've got Alan Smythe.
All right.
Alright. I heard you talking about the US version of The Killing on one of your shows, and would highly recommend you track down the Danish original and watch it. No TV has moved me so much since Twin Peaks than this series. Keep up the good work with the podcast. Damn fine listening.
All right. I had no idea The Killing was a Danish show, but
Nor did I.
I guess that's what we do here. We import most of our talent, but not many new, unique ideas. But
And they certainly aren't going to hire writers to write new stuff, because that doesn't happen.
Single tear.
I'm not bitter.
not when you have Snooki.
That's why I don't have any money.
Okay, Stuart Everson from Facebook writes, "What's with Hank and his domino?"
Well, we went over that one.
We did go over that. Cooper spins around in frustration when Andy drops his gun. Oh no, Cooper's spin around in frustration when Andy drops his gun is amazing.
I never noticed it before that comment. Yeah.
There was a hop and then a spin.
It was
Yeah.
a hop, then spin.
It was a hop backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's choreographed.
It really makes me wonder, though, like, what would happen if Cooper was, like, in a firefight?
He'd use those as dodged bullets.
Like, if he has these weird physical reactions to things.
That's what he was.
That'll shoot him in the nostrils.
Yeah, that we already found out what he would do in a firefight.
Maybe Cooper was trained in space.
Maybe.
Evasive maneuver, go!
And the mill arson story is a bit boring, and I hate James. We should make a t-shirt, I think.
We're in full agreement.
I think
Stuart.
Matt secretly wrote that comment.
Okay, last one. It's a longer one. Claire Laffar wrote in via Gmail, and she wrote, "Hi, Bookhouse boys and girls. Loving the podcast so far. It's fascinating to revisit my favorite show of all time through your eyes, experiencing it for the first time. You're in for quite a ride. So, episode 5. It's one of those episodes in which nothing major happens, and apart from Cooper's hilarious and improvised bonding with a llama, doesn't really contain the iconic moments of some of the earlier episodes. Instead, it focuses more on developing the characters and setting some groundwork for the events in upcoming episodes." That's what you guys guessed, huh? That said, there are some great moments. We get more invitation to love, more inexplicable Dr. Jacoby weirdness, we meet the one-armed man, and we discover that not only is Coop a total badass with firearms, but he also once knew someone who taught him the pain of a broken heart. Wonder if we'll learn more about that. My favorite shot of the entire episode is right at the start when Andy is sketching Squirrely Peasant Man.
Catching on.
It is catching on. You've created a sensation sweeping the nation. Truman is sitting in the background like he's posing for the sketch, making Andy the worst sketch artist ever. Sees Harry, but he draws Bob.
Lol.
No ceramic figurines of note in this week to torment Brad, but did you guys clock that the frankly disturbing clown painting in Jacques Renault's kitchen?
Sure, my mind.
Melanie did. And is it me, or is Cooper unusually animated during the first half of the episode? His telephone conversation to Gordon Cole and jump and spin when Andy drops his gun are two examples that spring to mind. Maybe all that damn fine caffeine finally caught up with him. Other favorite moments, Hawk high-fiving a biker outside of the veterinarian.
What? I missed that.
Yes.
Yes, that was awesome. It was a really awkward high five too.
We have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. And if
What when I first saw that the first time, he said Hawk, but for me, for some reason, it sounded like he said Bob, and I thought maybe they found their Bob, but they were just gonna walk past it. Hey, Bob! Hey!
we gotta find this Bob guy. Oh, hey, Bob! High five.
See you later.
And of course, the llama moment, and its humph as it moves away. All in all, I give this episode 7.5 little Elvises out of 10. Phew, sorry about the length. No, that's fine. I enjoyed it. I like lengthy feedback, but if we get too much of it, I may have to cut down or whatever. But right now, we're safe. All right, keep up the good work, guys, and I can't wait to guest with you in Season 2. Yes, she'll be guesting with us in the future.
Awesome.
And in the meantime, and to quote Dr. Jacoby, hang loose, hoolies. Claire Laffar from London.
Cool.
All right, so thanks everyone for feedback, and let's get some more of it next time. Episode specific for episode 6. And
That sounded like a threat.
it was a threat. I will
And let's get some more of it next time.
I will send an evil Robo Owl after you. Or evil Robo Caitlin.
You will do our bidding.
So the last thing gonna ask who's your number one suspect at the moment?
Well, as I said earlier,
Oh, it's a robot again.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Let's do Brad.
delete.
Let's do Brad first, and hopefully yours clears up by the time he's done.
Okay.
Well, I still think Madeline's the creepiest thing on Earth. But I will go back to Dr. Crazy Town, Dr. Jacoby.
Okay. All right. So the addition of Hank didn't change anything for you.
No. He's been in prison.
That's true. Yeah, you caught me. Touche. Trying to throw you for a... All
I
right.
trained this domino to kill.
Go, my precious, go.
All right. Good.
He's also crazy.
Yeah. All right. Go, Caitlin Bot.
How do I sound now?
You're fine.
Great.
Excellent. Okay. So as I said earlier, I think that Donna is the murderer now. There are a couple things. She's pretty sharp with Audrey and starting to show a different side of her. And when Audrey's leaving, she says, "Oh, let's keep this between us. I don't want anyone else to know." And then later, when she's talking to James, she says, "James, the police didn't love Laura. Nobody loved her but us." And they want to find out what happened to Laura for them. She's trying to keep everything pretty close to her here, and I think she has something to hide, so she's my number one suspect.
Nice theories.
Secrets.
She's full of secrets. All right. So, we brought back secrets right at the end. I forgot what secrets is for a moment there. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
Right.
James shares secrets with her.
All right, so I guess that's the end of it. So we'll go watch episode 6. Where am I? What's happening? Yeah, episode 6. Okay, so bye everyone. Bye.
Au revoir.
Say bye.
Green light.
Thanks for listening. Check us out on twitter.com/TwinPeaksCast. Search for the Twin Peaks Podcast group on Facebook. And visit us on twinpeakspodcast.blogspot.com. Email us your feedback at twinpeakspodcast@gmail.com.
Here's a tune for you guys. Okay. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.